Watch what's approaching, the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? So this morning we did get some additional information on some of the upcoming events, and I am really glad that they finally decided to renew or revamp the Hero of Justice story event. I have been waiting for at least 2 years on this to come around because I wanted to grind out all the SR units from the summonable banners and awaken them into UR states and, work on the 100% potentials, but it is absolutely horrendous. Like, the grind itself is so horrendous right now. So it's like I really couldn't even get motivation to do it because, some of the medals you can get from the Hero Extermination event or whatever, that's available daily. But one run, you're talking about you're lucky if you get one medal drop for it. Some of the medals required, like the Bulma and whatever. So it's a huge pain. And I think with the renewal, it's going to make things a lot easier. In terms of like the renewal itself, the movie heroes category will have a drop rate bonus, so that is going to help out substantially with the medal grind itself, and we'll talk about that here in a second. They did have the announcement for a new Dokkan event coming soon, which is obviously for the active skill enabled Ultimate Gohan, which is the Dokkan Fest banner coming up next. In terms of the story event itself, we do also have a new Great Saiyaman number 2 coming up. This is going to start out as an SSR. Looks like for the leader skill, it's a special pose category key plus 2 HP attack and defense increase of 30%. So of course, with the awakening to the UR state, it looks like it'll be Great Saiyaman 2 and 1, max level 120. So it looks like it has a TUR unit. Of course, the leader skill should be upgraded. I don't know, probably no more than 50 to maybe 70% max, but that's pretty much a new unit that'll be coming out. It looks like, from what I heard, this is an exchange type unit, so that's what I heard. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but at least in that regard, it looks like we will get at least one unit from a free-to-play standpoint coming from the story event renewal. I think that's pretty much it. I think ultimately for the Gohan unit, the best chance of grinding, if you want to go ahead and prep, I don't know if the story event's currently available, but this is probably your best bet in terms of farming SA if you want to prep in advance. Again, I don't know if the story event's available right now, but you do have a couple options, but it's probably best to go with this guy. So let's go ahead and talk about the event itself, right? Again, these are all the awakening medals you need for certain units, and the Bulma one is a huge pain because each unit needs like 20 medals in order to Dokkan Awaken, and I'm telling you, it's a huge pain. I'm sure a lot of you guys understand. There is a drop rate for this unit. This guy does Dokkan Awaken as well, but let's just run through this real fast. Going through this, like, you can see each of the stages and the drop rate. It's really not worth it at this point. So I'm very happy that they are revamping this because it was long overdue. And again, if we go to like the missions, you have various missions and stuff like that. I don't know if they're going to reset the missions or not. Probably doubtful, but the medals summed up, this is pretty much a requirement, right? So these two and this guy are units that you can acquire from the banners, as an SR unit. And again, individually, these are all the medals that it requires. So this one is a huge pain with 20. Also, this one with 20 medals for the Bulma. And these are a little bit better with 10. But again, like, this grind is pretty horrendous. I already did something similar like a long time ago with Android 13, and I really couldn't motivate myself to do this. But I don't know if necessarily they're going to upgrade these guys, but at the very least, it's going to be quite more enjoyable because it's going to make the grind itself a lot easier. So I'm really happy about that, and I pretty much have all these guys like ready to go. Pretty much like the max SA version with the 4 extra copies. I've just been sitting on them to wait for them to essentially be able to have the time and luxury to grind through it. I mean, look at it, like, raise SA and dupe paths and all that. It requires a lot of medals, so it's a huge pain. So I'm really happy they are going to renew it. And again, with the movie heroes category bonus, the grind itself should be a lot better. So I'm very, very happy about that. I think outside of that, there's not really a whole lot of info. These guys aren't necessarily great units. It's just, for me, it's more or less just to get the, the stuff completed finally. I mean, they've been sitting for a while, so, it's one of those things that's been outstanding for a while and definitely need to do it. Again, these guys aren't great. Huge damage with the super attack and whatnot, so it's not necessarily a great unit, but again, from a completionist standpoint, it's kind of necessary, right? So very happy about that. That's finally happening. I think outside of the leaks, there's not really much. I know we're getting like super battle road stages coming up. I don't necessarily know the timing of it because, again, along with getting an ultimate go-on unit, the new stages essentially means we get a new free-to-play LR as the mission rewards. This time it's going to be LR Goku and Kid Gohan. So, we've kind of covered it briefly with the card art and whatever with the V-Jump scan, but outside of that, we really don't know a whole lot. This guy, again, has an active skill, leader skill, and stats overall should be available at some point today, probably a release on Twitter later on in the day, and as soon as we get information, I'll definitely be doing translation and covering the skill sets. I almost feel like this guy will have the upgraded leader skill for the Majin Buu Saga with some other maybe category secondary lead. I don't necessarily think it'll be one category lead and a type lead, you know what I mean? My two guesses are either, well, let's just compress this, right? I think my guess at this point would be maybe a new category lead, and then the secondary lead would be a Majin Buu Saga lead. That's my guess at this point, but I could be totally wrong, and there's been a fair amount of times where I have been, so we'll leave it at that. Again, I just wanted to cover mainly the upcoming stuff. I know it's a little bit minimal at this point, but we do have a lot more stuff coming up after that. I'm actually very happy about the renewal for this. This is, this is definitely huge for me, so I'm certainly very happy about it. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap things up. Hopefully you enjoyed the video as always. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later.